Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're playing the Gladiator, and you can see here for our personal traits, or character traits, sorry, we have plus 20% attack speed for every different weapon we have, plus 5 melee damage without conditions. You can't equip ranged weapons, minus 40% attack speed, and minus 30 luck. So overall, if we have 6 different weapons equipped, we would get plus 80% attack speed, right? When we take into account this negative. So pretty much it's like plus 80% attack speed, plus 5 melee damage, minus 30 luck, and we can only use melee weapons. But of course we would do that anyways because we have plus 5 melee damage, right? So what weapon should you go with? Well, I really think anything can work as long as you're using 6 different weapons. But what you can do is, for example, go for all precise weapons. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are just 5 of the precise weapons, right? You could do something like that, max out your crit chance from this bonus, or you could do something like go for the ghost axe, which I think is very easy and also, very funny because you don't really get much benefit from your passive here. This shows how strong the ethereal slash ghost weapons are. Even when we're not really fully taking advantage of our passive, just that 5 melee damage is enough to make this weapon really strong. You see we're hitting for 17 and we're also hitting in a cleaving motion. So yeah, what do we want here? Not damage percent of course, right? If we were going with other weapons, it could be okay. But in this case, we would like armor actually is completely fine. And then another ghost axe. And we definitely want the gentle alien. Plus 5% enemies means more things to kill. However, since it's shop 1, you will always see 2 weapons and you want to reroll to look for those, okay? So in this case, we're going to buy a Ghost Flint, and you can see our passive is now balanced out, plus 40% attack speed, and we're also losing 40%. So basically, currently our passive is just plus 5 melee damage and minus luck. And then here, we'll go ahead and lock the Ghost Axe, and also combine this one, okay? This will make it easier to stack. Since when you upgrade the ghost weapons, the amount of enemies you need to kill to get a stack goes down by 2. That is true, and then so if we upgrade it again, it goes to 16. But if we upgrade it to tier 4, it actually goes down to 12, so it goes down by 4 on the final upgrade. I would like to get these trees. Okay, I got one of them, but I didn't get a crate. Completely fine. And here we go. So melee damage is really nice value. So is crit chance. If we were going with precise weapons or some other type of weapon, then I'd say probably damage percent could be really important. Crit chance could be really important. In this case, we can just take raw melee damage since our axes are stacking up that damage percent. And again, it is shop 2, okay? So you will always see 2 weapons, which means you want to re-roll and look for your weapons, okay? We immediately found one, and we have no money left because these ghost axes cost so much money, right? We are actually going to hold. You know what? We'll min-max, okay? We're actually going to combine it into a tier 3. This way you can see every 16 enemies you kill gives you plus 1% damage. So this is sort of maxing out the amount of stacks we can get with the weapon. And it's actually ridiculous. We're hitting for 64 when we crit, right? We're already hitting very, very hard. And this is easy enough, right? We're just trying to kill all the enemies, hit those stacks for our weapon. And I just walked into 2 enemies as I say that, before I come over to clear the tree. Okay, and we don't really want any of this. Go ahead and skip. We also don't really want harvesting on this character, in my opinion. Since we are able to see tier 2 upgrades, I would like to see something better. Okay, maybe just one more reroll. It's getting a little expensive here. Okay, melee damage. We'll go ahead and take that. And crit chance. Okay, there we go. We did see a tier 2 upgrade. That's good. And now, shop 3, wave 3, we can no longer see 2 weapons for sure. It's no longer 100%. So we are just going to buy the items we have. This is too expensive. I re-rolled so many times. I'll go ahead and re-roll here and get another ghost flint. Yeah. Combine those, and I will actually re-roll one more time and go ahead and lock a ghost axe. Okay, so we'll be buying these two next shop. But yeah, the first two shops are quite important. You always want to remember those first two shops have a 100% chance to show you two weapons, and they also show you the weapons you have equipped with a much higher chance. So since I had the ghost axe and the ghost flint equipped, I got shown a lot of ghost axe and ghost flints. That's just how it works. That's how the Brotato system is set up, even though they don't explain that anywhere. Unless you look at the wiki, in which case it is explained on the wiki. Also, I have to be a little careful, because I am low HP and I have -1 armor. We're a little bit vulnerable right now. This is the most vulnerable time for us when we're using ethereal weapons. We're actually going to look for armor, if possible. Armor, 2 armor, okay? So this will make us a lot safer. Having negative armor makes you really, really vulnerable. You take so much extra damage when you don't have at least 0 or higher armor. So yeah. And we are going to buy the Gentle Alien. Plus, we are going to buy the Ghost Axe. And I also love the Baby Gecko. This item, I always tell people, it's not really necessary. I just like it. And I like to play the game in a way that makes me happy. Getting baby geckos makes me happy. I feel like when I get all 4 baby geckos, it's just so nice. All the materials fly at you. Right? You don't even have to go pick them up. It's just really convenient. And yeah, it gives me a lot of a lot of dopamine, I guess. Something like that. This wave easy enough, right? Again, you can just kind of move towards the bigger clumps and clear them out first, and then try to clear out the chargers. You can see all these chargers, and then we have some spitters. Try to just clear out enemies in order of convenience and how threatening they are as well. Here we'll go ahead and take some speed, since we have 0% right now. Ghost Flint to upgrade again. And then buy both of these. Crit chance, right? This is the important thing. Plus 3% crit. And then here, we are not going to buy the weird ghost. I don't want to put myself at risk like that. We will, though, buy this ghost flint and combine our ghost flint again. So now we have 2 tier 3 ghost items. One more reroll again. And then go ahead and lock. This shop is a little crazy. We got a ton of ethereal weapons here. We are going to be able to make a tier 4 axe in a moment if we want. I'll see about that if I do want to do that. And again, you are the most vulnerable if you do this. You are the most vulnerable in the early waves, because ethereal weapons do make you lose armor, which makes you a lot easier to kill. You can kind of get 2-shot if you don't have the max HP and you have negative armor. And then on top of that, I also said you could do some other weapons, right? I think if you were going with precise weapons, for example, stacking crit chance might be a good idea. More crit chance, more melee damage. And then if you were going with something else, maybe you would just want more damage percent instead of crit chance. Oh, we're gonna skip this. A bit more speed. I don't really need speed though, right? I'd prefer something a little bit better. Okay, attack speed. This is a tier 2 upgrade. Taking more attack speed is not the best. So we have stacking attack speed from our weapons and from our passive. But it's a tier 2 upgrade, just like this one, right? So I would just go ahead and take it. Those tier 2 upgrades have much higher value, almost double the value compared to tier 1 upgrades. So, and as you see here, you can actually combine these two. However, I'm going to leave them as tier 3s separately, but I will combine this like this, yeah? And you know what I want to do is actually buy some precise weapons to go with my ghost weapons here. This way we can actually take advantage of our attack speed passive. And even let this let this X spawn. So we can see how quickly we kill it. I think that wasn't bad. It was a little slow, but we will get quite a bit stronger soon. We're also basically only using 4 weapons as of right now. So of course, our kills are a little slow on these big enemies. But this is a good way to test your damage on. If you let the egg spawn and it takes too long to kill these enemies, you probably don't have enough damage. Clearly we don't have enough right now, but we are using weapons that stack infinitely, right? The more enemies we kill, the more stacks we get. So we will be getting stronger very quickly. Okay, same logic as before. Of course, we have a lot of attack speed stacking in our passive and weapons, but this is a tier 3 upgrade. This is just such good value. We are kind of, we kind of have to take that. Coupon, very nice. Instant pickup, saves you a lot of money. A knife, we're going to take that as well. We're not going to buy any more ghost stacks. We will buy a lure. 2 loot aliens will appear, so we get some loot, and HP regen is not bad. And same thing for the snail. Minus 8% enemy speed, one of my favorite items. I think this item is incredibly underrated. Go ahead and reroll again, and we do have a precise weapon here. This is actually not bad. It scales with elemental damage, but it also scales with damage percent. So the more damage percent our weapons give us, the more damage the passive does here. Plus it's just a nice weapon and it's precise, so we go ahead and take that, which will put our passive attack speed up to 80%, right? We have 4 different weapons currently. So we're getting close to capping that out. We can get 2 other weapons as well, which would put us at 120% bonus attack speed. Though we do lose 40% of that, so it ends up being balancing out at 80. That is still a lot. 80% attack speed is crazy. That's a ton of attack speed. And yeah, this wave, easy enough as well, right? You should be doing a ton of damage already. Enough to clear these chargers, or sorry, these bruisers out pretty easily. Now I will say, when they charge, they move in a set direction. So you see when they turn red, like this, and I'm standing there, he moves that way. I almost killed myself to make an example, but it's okay, I won't die here. Don't worry about me. I was just making a point. Okay. I think the spitter took that comment personally. It's because I was trying to do something educational. But yeah, we don't need landmines. Lumberjack shirt we can take, and we can take some armor. Okay, this is incredible. If I had this armor in this wave, we wouldn't even have looked very close, right? So we're going to take that. Mastery is nice, but I really want to buy the Bean Teacher. Plus 50% XP gain means we're going to level up much faster. And we only lose 2% lifesteal, which is not really a big deal. And one more reroll, and usually I would skip the tree, but we'll go ahead and buy it. Why not? Just because we have the materials to buy it. And then we can go ahead and continue. And again, last wave, I was making a point. When the bruisers charge, if you stand still like this, then they will pretty much move in that direction no matter what. Once they start their charge, they will move in the direction that you were standing. Or just somewhere close to it, like this. So I stand here, you see it moves towards me. It actually kind of missed me as well. Let me try here. Yeah, see, it runs through me. I almost die, right? Blah, I'm very scared, not really. And then I move away, go heal. And I'm back to full HP, no problem. But yeah, this is the... So... So if you feel scared, just remember, they always move... After they turn red, they will always basically move in the direction that that you started. Okay, I need to explain this more clearly. One moment. Don't need any of these. Some HP regen is okay. Buy mastery and the bag for money. Another bag, more money, and some scissors. This is great. We'll go ahead and take that. And a claw tree. Melee damage and crit chance is great. Defective steroids, losing attack speed when you have 110% is not a big deal. Ugly tooth, dangerous bunny, keep both of those. But yeah, I was trying to explain, right? The chargers, if you stand still, they turn red. they will always charge to the place where you were standing when they turned red. So here, move out the way. Here, move out the way. And you have, it sort of has a delay, right? Once they turn red, they still take about a second before they actually charge. So you have plenty of time to move out of the way. I feel like I almost killed myself 2 times trying to do something educational. But, you know, I wasn't really scared the second time. The first time I did almost die. But that was because I made a small mistake and walked into a spitter projectile. Second time, I wasn't even scared. I let the enemy hit me and I still felt fine. But yeah, that is my tip for the bruisers if you feel scared. And it also applies to these chargers, right? The enemies with the red hat, or like the red head. These are the chargers. They work the same way. They will turn red, small delay, and then they will charge it the direction you were in when they turned red. Okay? Tier 3 range upgrade is not bad. We can go ahead and take that. Crit chance also not bad. Since we have so much stacking damage, we might as well take some crit chance. And of course, we are behind the dangerous bunny, and the ugly tooth slows enemy movement speed. Plus, we have a knife upgrade here and a reroll. We don't really want any of this. Another unarmed, precise weapon. So we can combine our ghost axe to a legendary tier 4 and get another precise weapon. And now our passive is completely capped. 130% attack speed now. We are going to be hitting very fast. And the ghost flint is actually still stacking up on top of that. Oh, we got a much better precise weapon. So this is a lot nicer. I would definitely, I think I would get rid of the claw normally. It does have a lot better scaling though, just because it has the attack speed scaling here alongside melee. So we'll actually go ahead and get rid of the lightning shift and buy the thief dagger. I'd say this could be a really good setup, right? Precise weapons with some ethereal weapons at the start of your run. And then we have insanity, more crit chance. Of course, losing damage percent is super no-brainer. We get a bunch of damage percent from our weapon. Crit chance for a little bit of damage percent is super worth it. So yeah. You can also buy the scar here. We don't care too much about range, and getting XP gain is great for us. And then we have a knife upgrade. We go and unlock that. Plus we have some move speed and lifesteal. We'll go ahead and lock that as well. And yeah, in the earlier waves, if I didn't try to do something educational, right, I would have been completely safe, just doing exactly what I was teaching you guys to do, right? I was teaching you, the enemy turns red, you can move out of the way. They turn red, move out of the way. Because the moment they turn red, they are locked in, right? Locked into that movement. So you should never really be getting hit, as long as you're paying attention to them when they turn red. And this wave, wave 11, we do have the pursuers spawning. As you can see, these enemies with like the white ribcage. We want to make sure those are getting cleared out. And then we don't want to get hit by projectiles, so we're going to go ahead and clear out those enemies as well, the spitters. They're a little bit obnoxious because if there's too many of them, they can kind of cut off your movement and force you into really awkward spots. So make sure we don't let those projectile enemies stack up too much. And yeah, easy enough. Here, we can go ahead and reroll for some more damage. Okay, nothing here. We'll actually take some max HP. This is great. Max HP armor, right? We only had 20 something, 29 max HP. That's not enough. Getting more makes us a lot safer. I don't want these. I would like a tier 3 upgrade. That's good. Okay, luck is, I'm actually going to go ahead and take some lifesteal because we're going to buy the fin plus 3% lifesteal. So now we're going to be at 3% lifesteal and we can buy a bat, 5%. Okay, so getting these healing stats now is a lot more valuable. Now we're getting deeper into the run. And plus 5 max HP I'll actually take as well. Normally I skip the broken mouth. In this case, I think just having the raw max HP is more valuable than the tiny bit of HP regen. Okay. And nothing here. We do have a free reroll though. Okay, nothing here. We'll continue after one more reroll. Okay, so we actually got a scar, so we got rewarded. Again, we don't care too much about range. We also don't care about dodge or knockback. We could buy this. And losing 1 in max HP or crit chance and melee damage is definitely worth it. So we're gonna go ahead and buy that, the claw tree and the acid items. But yeah, aside from the two ways, right, where I was explaining enemies with charging mechanics, you can see I have not been in danger. The only time I was in danger when I was standing still, letting things hit me. So that kind of shows my point. As long as you are aware of the bruisers, these big guys, right? As long as you're aware of their movement, you should be able to dodge them pretty well. Again, I kind of want to do it again just to show show it for a third time. Get hit again. Oh, he didn't even hit me actually. He died before he touched me. Our damage is a little bit too high now for them to really hit us properly. Yeah, we're killing the enemies before they touch us at this point. But I showed it earlier in the run. I showed two things, right? Since this is supposed to be educational. I showed that we are in danger of dying early on, but you see, the second we get to wave 12, we're no longer really even touchable. Um, we're a little bit too much of a menace at this point. And we will actually take some damage percent here. It's a tier 3, super happy to take it. And you know, normally I wouldn't take dodge, but in this case, 12% dodge when we have 6, we get up to 18. It's almost a 1 in 5 to dodge, it's not too bad. And then we will go ahead and buy acid and claw tree, of course, and reroll. Okay, we don't really want any of these. Go ahead and reroll again. Another dangerous bunny. Okay, we'll go ahead and buy that. And let's go ahead and reroll again. Okay, adrenaline. Since we just started stacking dodge, we can actually go ahead and buy this. And of course, the claw upgrade for our weapon. Yep. And then we shouldn't reroll. We don't really have money anymore. Let's go ahead and continue. But yeah, even though now I tried to show you guys how to dodge the, or how to, you know, what not to do against bruisers. But we're actually killing enemies too quickly now, so I can't really do more get myself killed content, unfortunately. Yeah, now the run is pretty much over. We're sitting at 53 health with 5 armor and even, you know, 23% dodge. We are pretty much unkillable. So, oh, I shouldn't have killed those bruisers. I want to use them for another lesson. Okay, wait, can you run at me? Okay, so you see here, right? He turns red, and then I move out the way. Because yeah, again, the second they turn red, they are locked into their movement. They cannot move, but they can't really hit you anymore. So as long as you're not running, let's say, I mean, I can't really do this, I deal too much damage. So, but as long as you're not running in a way that's like, in a straight line away from them, then their charge should pretty much never hit you. Like, as long as you're moving in a circle motion around them, or just moving out of their direct vision, basically. Glasses we'll go ahead and buy. Some luck. Okay, we keep getting offered luck. You know what? We'll go ahead and take some. Why not? And we got a scissors upgrade. Now we have tier 3 scissors. We don't care about knockback, so we will actually buy this. And damage percent is great. Okay, we'll take that. Losing range when we have 61. Perfectly fine. Gain some speed. And yeah, that's it. Continue on. And yeah, the run is over at this point. But as I said, I made 2 points earlier, and it's funny because I kind of feel like they both happen at the same time. But basically, you're only vulnerable early on when you don't have that much armor and that much max health. And then you're really only vulnerable to bruiser movements or bruiser attacks. Because if bruisers get you low, then other random things like the spitter projectiles or these junkies, right, shooting projectiles everywhere, these projectiles can be dangerous when you get hit by a bruiser, like in combo, right? So I just got hit by a bruiser. If I was unlucky and I got hit by a projectile and I only had 20 health, guess what? I'd be dead right now. As you can see, I let 2 of them hit me. I was standing still and I dropped 30 health. So it is actually still a little dangerous if you let bruisers and projectiles just hit you. So you want to make sure you're clearing out all these junkies, get as many of these projectiles shooting enemies off the screen as possible, as quickly as possible. Okay, and then what can we do to get safer? We don't really need any of these, to be honest. We can do to get safer is get more damage, of course, because I love damage. No. If there was dodge chance, we could have taken that. That would make us a lot safer as well. here, let's go ahead and take more luck. We're actually getting close to getting out of the negatives finally, which will mean our shops and upgrades will be a little bit better quality, hopefully. We will take Alien Eyes. Alien Eyes does a ton of damage if you have a reasonable amount of health. So we're going to take that. Oh, okay, so we actually have a legendary weapon here, interestingly. I don't think we should take it, though it is really strong. You could easily take this, and this would do a ton of damage for you, so... I'm going to go ahead and replace my claw, though. I have all tier 3 weapons now. Nothing here. A knife upgrade, so we can combo these and make a tier 4 knife. Perfect, right? And it has 96% crit chance, while our Ghost X only has 49%. So you can see the knife has a lot of innate crit chance, right? Oh, we're against the Colossus. He hits us for 16. So as long as we don't get hit, basically 6 times in a row, we would never die here. And he's dead. Yeah, didn't take very long, right? Took about 10 seconds to kill him. We are critting for 300. That is definitely a nice amount of damage to be dealing. Feel pretty safe. Yeah, at this point in the run, the main things are probably just, get more max health, get more dodge, and get more HP. Yeah, just get those tank stats. You will not die. As long as you don't stand still and let things hit you consecutively, right? Like if I let this projectile hit me, let that one hit me. Okay, I dodged one. Let's see, run into it on purpose. Ouch. Run into this one. Ouch. See, I'm still completely fine, right? So again, right, Gladiator's weakest point is at the start of the run. When you don't have your 6 weapons and you're not capping your attack speed, your max HP is low, your armor is low, you can be in danger of dying. We found a panda. Let's go ahead and take that. Why not? And some melee damage, sure. Nothing here. Reroll. Some crit chance. More melee damage. Reroll again. Oh, gentle alien plus 5% enemies, right? This is the first item we bought, and we're going to buy another one, even on wave 15. And then here we have a little muscly dude, melee damage and max HP in exchange for range. That's a very good trade. Mastery, melee damage plus 6, range damage minus 3. Also good business. We don't really care about range damage at all, so that is a very good deal for us. Yeah, I'm just running at the clumps of enemies to clear them out really quickly. See, it almost looks like an empty wave because I'm clearing out the clumps so quickly that it's like where the enemies, right? Well, they are getting despawned the moment they spawn because I'm standing on their spawn point. Oh yeah, I think I've also talked about this before, but you can stand on the X's, and it'll stop the enemy from spawning. This is very niche, but there are situations where this can save your life. If you're getting overwhelmed, you're in a corner, something, right, and you see there's another enemy spawning that's going to be in your way, you can walk onto the X to stop them from spawning. It's very hard to show when there's, when I'm clearing all the enemies almost instantaneously, but it can help you in really specific situations. We don't need this. Go ahead and recycle. Max HP is great. Gets 85 max HP. Little muscly dude, 90 max HP. Right, mastery. So, yeah. I mean, this run has been over for quite a while. The only time I almost died is when I was making a point about the chargers and how they could be dangerous and how you should try and dodge them, right? Recycling machine. Gain 35% materials from recycling items. It's a wave 16. I still think this will pay itself off within 1 or 2 waves. So I'm going to go ahead and buy it. We can see how much it gives us. Cost 101. I'll keep that in mind. Insanity crit chance for damage percent is always worth it because we have 70 damage percent gained from our weapon. So that is definitely worth it. Another gentle alien, more enemies to kill, and we are out of materials. So we can just keep going. Yeah. You could buy stone skin, right? Max HP for every armor you have, but it's really expensive and it's just not worth it in my opinion. Yeah, we don't really need more max health. We have 92 max health at this point. You can see the pursuers are getting 2-shot. Even the buffed pursuers with the red outline, right? They're buffed up. They're still getting almost 2-3 shot. And we attack so quickly that even if they did live, well, nothing is living through multiple hits of 200 to 400 damage, right? So enemies are no longer stand a chance. We are pretty much just a raid boss at this point. And yeah, I think this character, the Gladiator, in this series so far, he is definitely probably has the most overtuned stats to start with. Of course, the drawback is a little bit strange because you can't use the same weapon if you want to benefit from the attack speed. But even here, right, you see we're using only 2 ethereal weapons mixed into a bunch of precise weapons, and we're still getting really big benefit from it. Okay, we have way too much attack speed, I'm gonna be honest. Lifesteal, sure, why not? And a mouse, plus 10% enemies. If we saw this earlier, we would have taken it, just like the Gentle Alien. But we will still take it. Oh, Gentle Alien, okay. Speaking of the Gentle Alien, we'll be taking that as well. And speaking of the mouse, again, we will take that as well. So let's see. We have plus 40% enemies and plus 90% XP gain. So this is a really good combo, obviously. More enemies, and they give us more XP than normal. The bat is also good, more lifesteal. We're up to 20% lifesteal. We have one free reroll here. Oh, okay, we got a scissors tier 3. We can buy that and make a legendary tier 4 scissors. And we can also buy a metal plate for some more armor in exchange for a tiny bit of damage percent. We're against the Butcher here. Butcher does 4 slashes. When he mutates, he starts doing random slashes all over. When he mutates again, he starts doing 3 slashes more quickly. And yeah, well, but if you're playing the Gladiator, none of those things matter. He's going to be dead in about 10 seconds. So, yeah, that's the Gladiator, guys. Just make sure you're playing safe early game, moving around the edges of the map, right? Staying away from chargers. If you can't kill them quickly, dodging projectiles, right? Clearing out those spitters and those junkies to make sure you're not getting overwhelmed by projectiles. If you're struggling with these, the spawner. If you're struggling with the slasher enemies, then just break the slasher eggs, right? Don't let them hatch. Do whatever you can to make sure you're not getting yourself killed. Yeah. It's also way too late for Grind's Magical Leaf. I love this item, max HP, HP, regen, and lifesteal, but it's really late. We're on wave 18. Similarly, Dangerous Bunny, it's way too late. We're only going to be able to use this twice. Landmines we don't need, and crit chance we do need. We're very happy to take that. And you can see, let's see, our highest crit chance weapon is the knife, 114% chance to crit. Then we also, the lowest crit chance is 67% our ghost weapons. So we can actually get another 23% chance to crit, and that would not be overkill. Go ahead and finish upgrading our medical scissors and metal plate for armor. And then reroll. Again, an alloy, plus melee damage, plus crit chance. Go ahead and take that, and then continue again. Another alloy, you can also get that. Let's see, our weapons are ranging from, 82% chance to crit to 129% chance to crit. That's a pretty big range, right? But we could get another 18% crit chance to cap out all of our weapons. And we crit for 508 damage. That is pretty good. 508 is our maximum damage right now. That is more than enough to win the run, especially when you have nearly 100 max health and 20% dodge, right, and a ton of armor. So yeah, this run is pretty much over. Again though, if you're using different weapons, like if you wanted to not use the ethereal axe or the ghost flint, the ghost axe, then obviously you would have to prioritize damage percent a bit more. I'd say damage percent instead of crit chance, probably would be the main difference. Because damage percent is more important than crit chance until a certain point, right? So normally if you don't have a ton of damage percent, you don't really take crit chance. But in this case, since our axe is giving us all the damage percent, getting crit chance is really valuable. In attack speed, on Gladiator, you don't really have to worry about. You can actually lose a lot of attack speed and still be completely fine. And let's see, what can we get? More melee damage? Sure, why not? Let's just hit harder. Why not, right? Now we'll buy an alloy. Reroll. Try to look for some upgrades maybe. Another claw upgrade. Another claw? We can't actually buy it, so we don't have room. Another scissors and this, we can't buy them either. We can buy another alloy, more melee damage, right? Okay, so our crit chance on these items went up to 92%, and our max crit was 139% chance. So this is obviously very overkill, but yeah, we just wanted to see if we could get it kept out. Let's go ahead and clear out these final bosses really quickly. That took about 7 seconds, and this boss, let's see how long it takes. Took about 5 seconds. So it took 7 seconds to kill the first boss, 5 seconds to kill the second boss. So basically our boss kill time was about 6 seconds with this setup. And yeah, you can see our stats at the end, right? Attack speed 172%, damage 118%, and we are very tanky. Everything else is crazy. Let's see, our coupon that cost us 40 materials saved us 263. Our dangerous bunnies saved us 211. Bags made us 300 materials, and then we also had the recycling machine. In 4 waves, it made us 278 materials. So this almost had a 200% return or gain for us. And then lastly, Ghost Axe plus 88% damage gained and plus 56% attack speed gained. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments or you want to tell me anything, please leave a comment. And maybe like and subscribe. And next time we'll be playing the Saver. Yeah, I hope I see you guys then. Okay, goodbye. Bye bye.